Please stand for the national anthem. Okay, at least one person's going to get that. Actually, what I meant to say was please stand by. We're about ready to get underway here. Happy Sunday, everybody. Franklin's here. Hello there, Thomas. Motor City Madness. Jeffrey's here. Hello, Jeffrey. Franklin, what year is that again? That's not 20. It can't be 23, right? I'm trying to remember the year that Mike Soroka had a pretty good card. There's Philip Reynolds. Hello, Philip. It's the Sunday game. Been away for a day. We're on May the 26th, 1966. We've got the Cleveland Indians at the Detroit Tigers. The wrap-up of a 4-game series. Indians have won the first 2. Cleveland's been hot lately. And they're going to send Sonny Siebert to the mound today against lefty Mickey Lolich. You can see the real-life numbers there. Not the greatest season for Lolich, actually, looking at the real-life numbers. Fine season for Siebert. Let's flip him over. And I'll give you the replay stats here. Siebert, of course, 5-2 so far. 4.25 ERA. This is his 8th start. He has 3 complete games. For Lolich, 6-2. 2.92 so far. He's pitched very well. This is his 10th start. He has 3 complete games, one of them a shutout. Phillips for the Indians. And welcome Bill and the Burgers Take the Field. Married with Children circa 1989. I remember the show, Bill, but I don't get the reference. My apologies. And let's see, what else is going on? It's a balmy 43 and cloudy in Spokane. And let's run out the Cleveland lineup for you here. It'll be Chuck Hinton in center field leading things off. Max Alvis is at third. Leon Wagner in left. Rocky Colavito hitting cleanup in right. Fred Whitfield is at first. Chico Simone at shortstop. Joe Askew will be the catcher today. Pedro Gonzalez at second. And Siebert the pitcher. Started in 2020, so you're in 22 now. And Thomas's 2022 Ohtani chase. So what year was it, Franklin, where I think it was the only good year Soroka had, really. So you know what I'm talking about. There's Larry Harris. Welcome. Set the Tigers defensively for you. It'll be freehand catching. Cash, Lumpy, Dick McAuliffe back in the lineup today at short. And Wirt round out the infield with Gates Brown, Kaline, and Northrup left to right in the outfield. Yeah, Gates Brown back in the lineup. So we're about ready to get going here on a Sunday. Game of the day in Eastern Washington, indeed. Lolich is set now. Umpire says play ball, and here's Chuck Hinton to start things off. Hinton batting .306 so far, 5 home runs, 16 RBIs. Here's the pitch from Lolich, and we're underway on a 5-10 right-hander. It's a grounder to shortstop X. McAuliffe back in the lineup gets tested right away, 3-28. That's going to be a 14. He's there, throws across in time. Nice play, McAuliffe, hasn't missed a beat. 6-3X, 1 down. Here's Max Alvis now. Alvis hitting .241, 6 home runs, 18 RBIs. Lolich gets the sign. That's a 4-8 right-handed single to 16, but on an 18, that liner is speared at third by a diving Wirt. Nice play, Wirt. takes a likely base hit away from Elvis there. And with 2 down, Leon Wagner will be the hitter. Wagner at .341, 6 home runs, 21 RBIs for Leon. Left on left as Lois delivers a 5-4 fly to center field X. That's going to be K-Line. K-Line in center today. A 2-E3. Going back on a 17. Nice running catch to retire the side. So 8X, it's a 1-2-3 inning for Lolich. After half an inning of play, it's Cleveland nothing. Detroit coming to bat. Detroit trying to get a split here, the 4-game set with Cleveland. And as Seaburn gets loose, let's go over the Detroit lineup. Tigers happy to have Dick McAuliffe back in the lineup at short in the leadoff spot. Jerry Lumpy at second base. Stormin' Norm Cash at first. Al Kaline just made that fine play in the top of the first. He's in center hitting cleanup. Jim Northrup is in right. Bill Freehan the catcher. Gates Brown is in left with Don Wirt at third. And Lolich hitting ninth. Cleveland has Joe Askew to do the catching. Whitfield, Gonzalez, Simone, and Alvis around the infield from first to third, and Wagner, Hinton, and Colavito left to right in the outfield. Siebert ready to go to work now in the bottom of the first. Here is McAuliffe. McAuliffe, who hasn't started in a while, comes in with a .217 average, 5 homers, 12 RBIs. 20 for 92, but 21 walks. So McAuliffe, despite the low average, has done a great job of getting on base at the top of the order. Left-handed hitter. Siebert delivers a 6-5 left-handed. It's a ground ball to shortstop X. Tough chance for Simone. A 4-E34 ranges up the middle. And it's a 15. He's there. Turns and throws him out. Nice play, Chico. So each shortstop grounds out on a tough play to their opposite number to start the game, or to start the respective inning, I should say. And here's Jerry Lumpy. Lumpy hitting .262, 2 homers, 9 RBIs. Siebert gets the sign. Pitch to Lumpy is a 3-5. That's a triple to 6. Just misses it on a 7. He's going to round and hold with a long double. One out double for Lumpy. And Larry also for Cleveland today. The batter will be Norm Cash with a runner at second and 1 down. Cash hitting .276, 7 home runs, 18 RBIs. Siebert checks the runner. Pitch to Cash on a 2-7. He walks him. Tigers have 2 on with 1 out here in the first. And here comes Al Kaline. Kaline leads the club in batting at .323. 6 home runs, 20 RBIs. Siebert in a little bit of a jam already here in the first inning. Gets the sign from Askew. Pitch to K-Line is a 6-9 right hand. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Beautiful pitch by Siebert. Fooled K-Line completely. And with 2 outs, it will be up to Jim Northrup. Northrup comes into the game batting .274. 5 home runs, 14 RBIs. Left-handed hitting outfielder standing in as Siebert delivers. A 6-6 left-handed. It's a single to 4, and on a 1, that's down for a single. Knocked down at second by Gonzalez, and the bases will be loaded on an infield single by Northrup. Lumpy stops at third. Base is loaded, 2 down, and here's Bill Freehan. Freehan off to a sluggish start this season, hitting just .200. 3 home runs, 11 runs batted in. Siebert a check of the runners now, trying to get out of this jam. Here comes the pitch to Freehan. It's a 110 fly ball to right field. Colavito's there, and that'll do it. And the Tigers leave the bases loaded in the first. 2 hits and a walk. And we are scoreless after 1. Welcome, Michael Haynes. I tell you, Michael, you seem like you'd be a fun guy to sit down and have a couple of beers with. I enjoy your irreverent humor. I've been accused of the same. Yeah. Scoreless game to the second. Rocky Colavito will start it off for the Tribe. Rocky leads the team in hitting with a .343 average, 9 home runs, which puts him among the league leaders, and 23 RBIs. Lolich into the windup. Pitch to Colavito was a 6'9" right-hander. It's a high fly ball to left center. That's going to split the gap. Just missed the home run on a 17. Homer to 12. Colavito will round and hold with a long double. Leadoff double for Colavito. It kind of feels like Colavito's been heating up again of late. Remember, he started off the season like gangbusters, then went into a bit of a slump, and lately he's shown signs of coming out of it. Coffee. Welcome, Jay Wind. You had a family Christmas already, huh? And are lit. Good work. Good for you. Here's Whitfield now. Whitfield at .265 on the season, 8 home runs, and team leading 26 RBIs for Whitfield. Left on left, Lolich delivers. .310 left-handed. It's a grounder to second base. Lumpy has it. Throws him out as Colavito takes third. Scoreless game. Very early, I'm going to let the die decide enter back, and they will be in. In for Simone, a B-bunter. Chico, so far in the season, well, to say it's a disappointing start for Simone would be an understatement. He's just 3 for 38 so far, an .079 average. With the infield in, Lolich set. Pitch to Chico on a 1-8. It's a ground ball with the infield in. That's a single. Ground ball A+, that's a base hit through the drawn-in infield. RBI for Simone. Colavito crosses the plate, and it's 1-0 Cleveland. So the infield in backfires on Detroit here in the second. And now Simone on first, pretty good runner. Star 19, let's check the battery. Lolich with a poor hold, +3. Canceled out by Freehand's -3 gun behind the plate. Still makes him a 19, he'll be held at 17. And with Askew up, he's gonna roll for the lead. He needs a 5. And a 1 is the possible pickoff. 1 through 11 on the pickoff. And he's picked off. Can you believe that? It's only my 3rd pickoff of this season. Lolich with a good move to first. Able to nail him. Here's the next pitch to Askew. 5-4 right-handed. It's a fly to center field X. K-line will be tested again. A 2E3. Ranging to his right. Here's the play on a 14. He's there, and the side is retired. Indians get a run on 2 hits and take a 1-0 lead at the bottom of the second. Just ask your teachers. How old are you, Michael, if I don't mind my asking? I only asked that because I haven't heard anyone mention teachers in longer than I can remember. Bottom third of the order for the Tigers here. It'll be Gates Brown to start it off. Brown hitting 300, just 9 for 30. He does have 2 home runs. Siebert gets the sign from Askew. That's going to be a 1-8 right-handed, and Brown lines a base hit into right field. Leadoff single for Gates Brown. Brown always a good hitter. It was fielding, of course, that was the problem for him. And here's Don Wirt. Wirt 256, 5 homers, 13 RBIs. Siebert out of the stretch now. The pitch to Wirt is a 4-9 right-handed. That's a single to 16. That's down. It's got a 1-star single. Brown will hold at second. And the Tigers put the first 2 on here in the second. Let's check Lolich's bunting rating now. He's a C. Inclined to be back, but we're going to roll for it. They'll be in. That'll make him a D. He's a switch hitter, so he hits lefty against Siebert. But just a 2-hitter, he's going to square to bunt. He's a D. On a 10D, that is going to be bunted too hard to the pitcher. He throws down to third base and gets the lead man. That's going to be a 2-5 force. On a sack attempt, Lolich bunted it a little bit too hard. Siebert able to get the lead runner, and here's McAuliffe now. 1 away. McAuliffe standing in from the left side. Siebert the windup and the pitch. That's a 4-9, and he walks him to load the bases. Lolich to second, Wirt to third. And Siebert in another jam. He got out of it in the first. Let's see what happens here in the second. 65, so it's been a while. Michael, are any of your teachers still alive? Okay, here's Lumpy with the bases loaded. Infield will be at double play depth. Lumpy doubled his first time. Siebert in a jam here. Comes set now. Here's the pitch to Lumpy. That's a 6-4 left-handed. It's a grounder to shortstop X. Tough chance for Simone. 4E34. Here's the play on a 3. He's not going to get that. That's a 2-star single. 2 runs will score. Here comes Wirt to score. Right behind him is Lolich. Going to third is McAuliffe. And it's a 2-run single for Jerry Lumpy. That gives Detroit the lead 2-1. And here's Norm Cash now with K-Line on deck. So Siebert in a real jam here. 3 hits and a walk in the inning. That's going to send Joe Askew out to the mound. I vaguely remember the cards. I do remember I got marked down for disturbance in class. Can you believe that? Can you imagine that? Boy, I tell you, some people, or as my dad used to say, some people's kids. Here's Cash, infield at double play depth, 1 out, runners at the corners. Siebert ready to work now. It's a 4-7, swung on and missed strike 3. Oh my goodness, what a huge strike out there for Sonny Siebert. 2 down, not out of the woods yet. Up steps Al K-Line. Siebert struck out K-Line in the first. Now comes set, the windup and the pitch is a 6-12 right-handed. It's a grounder to the pitcher X. Siebert's fate in his own hands here, a 2E24. Here's the play on an 18. He makes the play to retire the side. 1-3X, side retired. The Tigers settle for 2 on 3 hits and leave a pair. After 2 innings, 2-1, and you get the feeling it could be a lot worse for Sonny Siebert right now. He's had a lot of traffic on the bases. Oh, and Thomas is a teacher. I'm sure that's true, Thomas. Doesn't even register on the scale today, does it? What do they do these days? I don't want to get too far off the game, but I'll throw this out and you can run with it. What do they do with cell phones in class today? I've always wondered that. I know some schools are no longer, they're making them turn them in. Don't allow them in the classroom, which I think is a fantastic idea, personally. Lolich getting ready to go to work in the 3rd inning. He'll face Gonzalez, Siebert, and Hinton. Pedro Gonzalez at 266 on the year. 2 home runs, 10 RBIs. Lolich set now. Here's the pitch on a 1-8 left-handed, and Gonzalez bangs a base hit up the middle for a leadoff single. Gonzalez, a star 15 stealer. He'll be held at 13. And the pitcher Siebert is up. Siebert is a B-bunter. They're going to pull the infield in for sure on a B-bunter. I won't even roll for it. Infield will be in. That makes him a C. Gonzalez 13. That's the question. 1-3, we roll for the lead. We're going to roll for it. 2 through 6 or 10. He's caught on a 12. An 8, he does not get the lead. And Siebert squares to bunt. He's a C. 10C, he hits into the force play. Bunts it too hard to Lolich, who goes down to second for the force. So neither pitcher able to bunt their first time up. 1 away, and here's Chuck Hinton. Hinton 0 for 1. Lolich gets the sign now. The pitch to Hinton is a 4-10 shallow fly ball to center field. Here comes Kaline. He's there. Kaline's been busy in center today. Looks very much at home there. Normally a right fielder. And here's Max Alvis, 0 for 1. Pitch is a 2-2. Grounder to third base, fielded by Word. He goes down to Lumpy for the force, and that'll do it. Side retired. No runs, a hit, 1 left. That's got to be that's just got to be an unwinnable battle, unless you just don't allow the phones at all, right? Come on. Hang on, I'm trying to... Bear with me while I line it up a little better. And that's pretty good. And welcome to Biff. Glad to have you today. Wow, big crowd on hand for a Sunday. I sure do appreciate it, fellas. There must not be a football game today, right? It'll be Northrop, Freehan, and Brown for Detroit. Northrop singled his first time up, left-handed hitter. The pitch from Siebert on a 2-8 right-handed is a ground ball to shortstop. Simone has it, throws him out, 1 down. That'll bring up Bill Freehan, who's 0 for 1. Siebert into the windup. 5-8 right-handed, pops him up on the left side. Simone will take it. So 2 outs quickly here in the bottom of the third, and Gates Brown the batter. Brown singled his first time up. Siebert into the windup. That's going to be a 2-10 right-handed. He pops him up. This one on the right side. Gonzalez under it. And it's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Sonny Siebert. The Siebert appears to be settling down here in the third. Retires the side in order. After 3 innings of play, it's Tigers 2, Indians 1. Welcome, Mike C. How's your weekend going? Smack that like button. Be careful. Don't break anything. Heart of the order for Cleveland as we move along to the fourth. Wagner, Colavito, and Whitfield. Wagner 0 for 1. Lolich gets the sign now from Freehand. There's the pitch. It's going to be a 3-6 left-handed. He struck him out. Called strike 3. Plate umpire John Rice rings him up. Here's Colavito. He doubled his first time up, came around to score. Lolich into the windup. It's a 2-8 left-handed little comebacker. Lolich has it. Flips to cash, 2 down. Two away, and here's Whitfield. Left on left. Lolich delivers. 1-10. It's a fly ball into center field. Playable for K-Line. And it's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Lolich. And we've got ourselves a pitcher's duel. I believe it, Thomas. Then this is another part of the problem, right? I would imagine teachers these days get very little support from the parents. I'll give you a good example between then and now. When I was in grade school, I would get the choice sometimes. They would say, okay, do you want to SWAT from the principal or do you want to get sent home? Hell, I'd take the SWAT every time. There's no way I wanted to face my dad's wrath trying to explain why I got sent home early. The SWAT was the much more palatable choice. And that's, I'm sure that's changed dramatically. Bottom of the fourth. Wirt, Lolich, and McAuliffe for Detroit. Siebert getting the sign now. Pitch to Wirt is a 4-4 right-handed. That's catcher's card X. That'll be Askew. Askew a 4E5, and here's the play. On a 14, he makes the play. It's pop out to the catcher X. Here's Lolich now, switch hitter, batting left-handed. Siebert's pitch on a 2-5, single to 6 on a 13, that liner right into the glove of Pedro Gonzalez. Lolich bid for a base hit denied by Gonzalez. 2 down, and the batter will be McAuliffe. McAuliffe 0 for 1 with a walk. Siebert gets his sign. The windup and the pitch on a 1-4 right-handed. He walks him. Second walk for McAuliffe. That's 23 on the year now. So again, McAuliffe not hitting for much of an average, but he's doing his job at the top of the order, getting on base. And with 2 down, here's Jerry Lumpy. Lumpy's 2 for 2 in this one, a double and a single. So which Soroka season again, Franklin? 2 down, runner at first. Let's check the running of McAuliffe. Siebert a 0, Askew a -2 arm, no threat to run. From the stretch now, the pitch to Lumpy is a 1-6. It's a grounder to first base. Whitfield will take it to the bag, and that will do it in the fourth. No runs, no hits, a man left. And we're through 4 innings. 2-1 Detroit. How'd that go over for you, Michael? But 2 years added, so 22? Is that what you mean? Simone, Askew, and Gonzalez as we go to the 5th. Lolich, ready to work now. Chico Simone singled his first time up. Here's the pitch now from Mickey Lolich. 2-3 left-handed, and Simone goes the other way with it, drops one into right field in front of Northrup charging in. Simone rounds and holds with the long single. Star 19, held at 17. With nobody out, he's going to try for the lead. He needs a 5. Doesn't get it. Remember, Simone was picked off trying for the lead in the second. Here's Askew, 0 for 1. Lolich out of the stretch. Pitch to Joe Askew is 2-7, and he bangs a 2-star single into right field. Simone rounds and heads for third. And just like that, Cleveland has runners at the corners and nobody out. Lolich rated 6 for endurance. Pedro Gonzalez due up. Seabird on deck. Holding on to a 2-1 lead. Gonzalez and the pitcher. Detroit's going to pull the infield in here. So here's Gonzalez with the infield playing in. Lolich comes in with a 6-8 right-handed. That's going to be a triple to 4, and that's going to be over the third base bag and down into the corner, rattling away from Brown. Here comes Simone to score. Here comes Askew to score on a triple by Pedro Gonzalez, and there it is, the daily triple. 2 RBIs for Pedro, and Cleveland retakes the lead, 3-2. That's going to bring up Seaver to B. Bunner. Detroit will play the infield in again. Siebert, right-handed hitter. The pitch from Lolich, infield in. That's a 2-7, struck him out. Second K for Lolich. That'll bring up Hinton. 1 away, runner at third. The infield will remain in. And here's Lolich pitch to Hinton now. That's a 1-5. Struck him out. Called strike 3. And Lolich clutching it up there. Runner on third and nobody out. He fans 2. And now it's up to Max Alvis. Alvis 0 for 2 on the day. Infield back now. Lolich delivers a 3-9 left-handed ground ball to short. It's McAuliffe over to Cash. Inning over. Indians settle for 2 on 3 hits. They leave a man on third base who was there with nobody out. And they lead it 3-2 going to the bottom of the 5th. Perry just walked in and gave the Tigers the lead. No, the Tigers gave up the lead. Excuse me, I read that wrong. We've got a few for Cleveland today. Perry, you're for the Tigers, I assume. We're missing Ben today, who I know is a Tiger fan. So Sonny Siebert has the lead again. Rated 8 for endurance. He'll be looking at the heart of the Detroit order, Cash, Kaline, and Northrup here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's Norm Cash, 0 for 1 with a walk. Siebert into the windup. He comes in there with a 4-6 lefty, fly ball into left field. Wagner drifting over, and he's got it. The batter will be Kaline. Al Kaline 0 for 2 today. Siebert gets the sign. Here's the pitch. It's a 3-11 right-handed, and he hits him. And on a 2, that's going to be a warning to Siebert. So the home plate umpire issues a warning. Home plate umpire today is John Rice. Kaline, no threat to steal. He's at first with 1 away. And the batter, Jim Northrup. Grandpa with headphones on. Wow. Well, that sounds like he was ahead of his time, Biff. My dad used to fall asleep with a little transistor radio, listening to Vin Scully. Here's Northrup now, 1 for 2. Runner at first takes his lead. From the stretch, it's a 4-7, swung on and missed, strike 3. Siebert fans Northrup. And with 2 down, here's Bill Freehan. Freehan 0 for 2. Siebert from the stretch. That's going to be a 6-5 righty grounder to shortstop X. Another tough chance for Simone. 4E34. Here's the play on a 5. He can't get it. That's going to be a 1-star single. And Kaline will hold at second. So a 2-out single by Freehan. First and second, 2 down. And Gates Brown will come to bat. And welcome Gonzalo. I remember Dr. Demento. Brown 1 for 2. Runners take their lead. Siebert's pitch on a 3-7 is a fly ball into center field. Backing up is Chuck Hinton. He's there to make the catch, and that will end the inning. No runs, a hit, 2 left on. We've played 5. Indians lead at 3-2. So a good game. Yes, exactly, Perry and Kevin. And then once I got into the game, I got a transistor radio, and I would do that as well. And then at a certain point, can't remember how old I was, but my dad started working the swing shift. So he didn't even get home until a little after midnight. So that gave me a lot of unsupervised free reign, shall we say. Tight game here, 3-2. Moving to the 6th inning will be the heart of the order for Cleveland. Wagner, Colavito, and Whitfield. First endurance inning for Lolich. Into the windup, left on left. The pitch to Leon is a 2-6. He pops him up left side. That's Wirt making the catch. 1 away, and here's Rocky. Colavito, 1 for 2, a double in the second. Pitch from Lolich now is a 2-5 left-handed. He loses him, ball 4. First walk issued by Lolich. +3, -3. Colavito not held at 13. Whitfield will swing away. Left on left, here's the pitch, 6-9 left-handed. It's a high fly ball to right field. Backing up is Northrup at the track, at the wall. It's gone. Fred Whitfield has just hit a 2-run home run. Let's take another look at it. 6-9 left on left. Homer to 11, he throws the 2, and for Whitfield now, that's his 9th home run of the season. And that places him among the league leaders. That makes the score 5-2. And that's going to get him scurrying in the Detroit pen, as one more hitter walk will fatigue Lolich. So let's see who's available down there. Only unavailable today is Fred Gladding. Mostly righties. They used a Geary and McMahon. That doesn't leave a lot of choices if you want a right-hander. Sorry, they used Padres Sherry Aguirre. They need a right-hander, so they're going to get Orlando Pena up. The Whitfield with a big 2-run homer here makes it 5-2 Tribe, and here's Chico Simone. Lolich into the windup. That's going to be a 5-9 right-handed grounder to shortstop X. Tough chance for McCullough, 3 E28. Dick into the hole. That's an 8 E-range. It's a 9 on an E28, and that should be good enough to make the play, and he does. Throws him out, 2 down, 6-3 X. And that'll bring up Joe Askew. Askew 1 for 2. The pitch from Lolich. That's a 6-10 right-handed. It's a ground ball to short. McAuliffe again throws him out, and that'll do it. 2 runs for Cleveland on the 2-run blast by Whitfield. We're halfway through. Actually, we're more than halfway through. Bottom of the 6th, 5-2 Cleveland. Lolich manages to stay in the game, but for how long? Probably not long, as he's due to bat second here in the bottom of the 6th. So that'll be it for Lolich. Pena will be coming on. Lolich today went 6 innings. Let's see, 3, 6, 7 hits, 5 runs, 1 walk, and 1, 2, 3 strikeouts. All right, so let's go to the bottom of the 6th. It'll be Wirt, a pinch hitter, and McAuliffe. I'm going to take a moment here and catch up on the chat. Wow, it says 33 people watching now on a Sunday. I tell you, I'm overwhelmed, guys. Especially for a Sunday. Usually I call it a football crowd. Oh, boy. That's kind of sad, Gonzalo, yeah. I tell you, the drive-in I used to go to as a kid is a Walmart now. That's pretty depressing. Don Wirt 1 for 2. Siebert ready to go to work here in the bottom of the 6th with a 3-run lead into the windup. Pitch is a 2-5 and he walks him. Not what you want to do with a 3-run lead there, Siebert. Hang on a second. Let's make that a little more readable. So Wirt's aboard. We're going to have a batter now for Lolich. Let's take a look at the Detroit bench. Right-handed pitcher out there. Horton and Wood in real life. Trailing by 3 will save Horton. It's going to be Jake Wood. Wood, the leading hitter on the team, albeit in only 22 at-bats, 8 for 22, that's a .364 average, mostly as a pinch hitter. He has played some at second base. Right-handed batter, Siebert from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Wood now. It's a 5-3. That's a high fly ball to left field. He's a weak. That would he's an end against righties. That could be gone. Back to the track, back to the wall as Wagner leaps up and makes the catch at the wall. Oh my goodness, you can't get any closer than that. Let's look at it again. 5-3 righty. Wood has the power. Homer to 15. He rolls the 16. And Wagner just able to go up and get it. That's a huge break for Cleveland. Could easily be 5-4 right now. And yes, Franklin, I was going to mention that. R.I.P. Ricky Henderson. What can you say about Ricky? Best leadoff man ever. Stolen base king, runs scored king. King of the walk if you throw out all of Barry Bonds' intentionals. Right? So here's McAuliffe now. Runner at first, 1 down. He's walked twice today. Siebert from the stretch. 6-11 left-handed. Fly ball into right field. That's playable for Colavito. He's got it, and there's 2 down. Here's Lumpy now. Lumpy 2 for 3. That's going to be a 3-7 righty. That's a single to 16. That is knocked down by Gonzalez, but he'll have no play. That's going to go as an infield single. Stopping at second has worked. And what a difference one roll can make. That missed home run looming large here for Detroit as Norm Cash steps in. Cash 0 for 2 with a walk. Tying run at the plate as Siebert comes in there with a 3-6. That's a triple to 2. That's going to be a 2-star single L drive in a run. That'll score Wirt. Lumpy all the way to third on an RBI single by Norm Cash, and it's a 5-3 game. And that's going to send Askew out to the mound. Siebert 2 hits and a walk this inning. Almost gave up a home run to Jake Wood. That's fantastic, Biff. Good memory, I'm sure. Okay, that's going to get him stirring in the Cleveland pen. They've got right, left, right, left. That's going to get Bob Allen and Gary Bell up. Allen the lefty. 5-3 game. Tigers have runners at the corners, 2 down, and Al Kaline at the plate. Huge at bat here in this one. Siebert set. The pitch to Kaline on a 4-3. It's a grounder to first base X. Tough chance for Whitfield. A 4E15. Here's the play on a 6. He can't get it. It's a single, and that'll score another run. A 1-star single. And it's 5-4. Lumpy scores. Cash stops at second. Third consecutive single off of Siebert, and here's Northrup. Out comes Tebbets. Looks like they're going to stay with him. 5-4 game, first and second, 2 away. Here's Siebert's pitch to Jim Northrup. That's a 2-10 right-handed grounder to second base, playable for Gonzalez. Gloves it, throws to Whitfield, and that'll do it. The Tigers, however, come up with 2 runs on 3 hits. They leave a pair. Miss what would have been a huge homer by Jake Wood, a 1-15 shot. He rolled the 16. After 6 innings of play, it's Indians 5, Tigers 4. Orlando Pena coming on for Detroit. Pena 1-2 on the season, no saves. He's a right-hander. Give me a minute to regroup here. Wow, it was quite an inning. Indians 2 runs in the top of the 6th to take a 5-2 lead. The Tigers came roaring right back with 2. It could have been more to make it 5-4. So it's Gonzalez, Siebert, Spot, and Hinton against Orlando Pena. I get the feeling that's probably the end of the line for Siebert. Pena ready to go to work now. Here's Gonzalez, 2 for 2. It's a 6-4 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. Down goes Gonzalez. The Tigers found a pitcher that can get Gonzalez out, if nothing else. And now we're going to have a batter for Siebert. Siebert not particularly sharp today. And Steve Hargan now throwing in the Cleveland pen. Siebert worked 6 innings, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits, 4 runs. He walked 4 and hit a batter. Siebert battling his command all game. Struck out 3. With a right-handed pitcher on the mound, Vic Davalillo will get the call. Davalillo at 246 on the season. Pena ready to go now. There's the pitch to the left-hander. That's a 6-7 left-handed, and he walks him. 1 out walk to Davalillo. Let's check the battery again now. Pena is 0. Freehand -3 gun. That makes Vic a 12. So no need to hold him on with Freehand behind the plate. And Chuck Hinton will be the hitter. Davalillo could stay in the game in center. We could switch with Hinton. Something to think about. Or even Wagner, who's a 4 if it gets that far. Anyway, here's Hinton. He's 0 for 3. Runner at first, 1 down. Here's the pitch from the stretch. It's a 3-5. Struck him out. 2 Ks in the inning for Pena. Down goes Hinton. And the hitter will be Max Alvis. Alvis 0 for 3. Pena gets the sign from the stretch. 6-8 righty. That's a base hit. Knocked down at third by Wirt. No play. Infield single. It was a bullet. Wirt able to keep it on the infield. That prevents Davalillo from going to third. And Wagner will come to bat here in the 7th. First and second, 2 down. Pena taking his time now, steadies the signs. Here's the windup and the pitch to Wagner. That's a 2-4 right-handed liner right into the glove of McAuliffe, and that's it. Oh my goodness, he stung it, but right at the shortstop. And we will double switch here as we stretch for the 7th. Wagner will come out. The new pitcher, Hargan, will go in that spot. Davalillo will remain in the 9 spot. He'll go to center. He's a 2E5 plus 1. He's a 17 runner, isn't he? Yes, he is. Hinton will move to the left. Same defensive rating, 3E10. And as Hargan gets loose, we'll stretch for the 7th. We got Mookie coming up. He's he's in his seat, but he's not lying down. He must be looking at something outside. Mookie, what are you looking at, buddy? Mookie. Can't whistle, Dan. Lips are dry. Mookie. There he is. Give us a wave there, Mook. Looking rather stoic there. Oh my God, I took him to that little gathering on Thursday at the clubhouse of the apartment complex here. I'm going to take a short break and make another quick cup of coffee. So I took him down there, got a picture. They actually, I went first without him, and there weren't very many people there. It was mellow. And the gal who manages the apartment said, well, you have to get your picture taken. That's the rule. And I replied, well, okay, but if I'm going to have my picture taken, the cat has to be in it. And both of the gals go, oh, how fun, go get him. So I brought him down there. He was fine. I was enjoying some cookies and hot chocolate and didn't notice that the school bus pulled up. And in through the door storms a whole bunch of kids, okay? Startled the hell out of Mookie. I tried to get a hold of him. Instead, he got a hold of me. That's through a sweater. Anyway, no real harm done. So with Children's Hour in full swing, I got him the hell out of there. Hargan about ready to work here in the bottom of the 7th. It's 5-4 Cleveland. Hargan, no record. This is his 12th appearance, 3.71 on the season. And he'll be looking at Freehan, Brown, and Wirt as soon as my coffee comes up. Darn tootin', Franklin. Yeah, better, definitely better than anything in Tampa. Is that that's your moved team, right? I like Kevin's remark there. Thank you, Bill. I sure appreciate that. Yeah, it's not as easy as it looks, trust me. Some days better than others, of course. I find trying to vary up the play-by-play the hardest part. Okay, we're ready to go here. What a game today so far, huh? 5-4 Indians, bottom of the 7th. Bill Freehan will start things off. Freehan 1 for 3 on the day. Hargan set to go to work. Here's the windup and the pitch on a 2-2. It's a high fly ball to deep left field. Going back is Wagner at the track, at the wall. It's gone. And Bill Freehan has just tied this up with a home run. Holy crap. 2-2. 2-11. He rolled the 7. And for Freehan, that is his 4th home run of the season. Bill Freehan ties it up with a blast to left. So right out of the gate, Hargan greeted rudely here by Freehan, and up steps Gates Brown. Brown 1 for 3. Hargan set now. The windup and the pitch on a 5-12 lefty is a grounder to first base X. Tough chance for Whitfield, a 4E15. Here's the play on a 6, base hit. Can't get to it. Back-to-back hits off of Hargan here. Brown, no threat to steal. Pretty good runner, though, 14. Here's Wirt, 1 for 2 with a walk. Hargan set now from the stretch. Mr. Wirt is a 3-6 right-handed single, 2 stars into right field. There goes Brown. He'll round and go to third. And the Tigers come out swinging here in the bottom of the 7th. They'll bring up the pitcher's spot, which is Pena. And they're going to hit for him. So Pena will just work 1 inning today. And that's going to get Allen's ready. He's joined by the right-hander Don McMahon. For the Tigers, boy, it's pretty much got to be Willie Horton, doesn't it? Horton will be the pinch hitter. Horton having a fine season so far. He comes in hitting .290, 11 home runs, which is tied for the American League lead, and 26 RBIs. Tigers kicking up their heels. I like that. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Tie ball game in the 7th. Infield will have to play in. Hargan gets the sign. The pitch to Horton is a 3-6 single to 8, and he rolls the 8. It's a one-star single. That gives the Tigers the lead. Brown scores on the RBI single. Wirt will stop at second. And that's going to bring Tebbets out to the mound. And that's going to do it for Hargan, who really appeared to have nothing today. Bob Allen coming on. He's a lefty. Left-hander at the plate, McAuliffe. And Allen warming up. Allen, no record, 2 saves. He's been in 5 ball games. Okay, he's ready to go to work here. Wirt at second, Horton at first. Nobody out. Left on left. The pitch to McAuliffe is a 5-6 fly ball into right field. Colavito makes the catch. Wirt can tag up and try to go to third on that. 12-14, but Colavito with a -4 gun to 10. That's a tough one. They're not going to chance it. I'm going to let the die decide. He's only out on a 20, remember. 1-3, he's going to tag. He will stay put. That's the first out. And that'll bring up Lumpy. Now, normally in this situation, you might bring in Jake Wood to hit for Lumpy against the lefty and take over at second, but Wood's already been used. So Lumpy will hit. He's 3 for 4 today. Left on left, Allen deals on a 3-5. Lumpy goes the other way with it and drops a single into left field. Wirt can try to score on that. He's only at 12, however. In left is hitting a 0. They're going to hold him up with 1 down, and the bases will be loaded. Horton at second. Wirt stops at third with the heart of the order coming up. No sense getting thrown out with 1 down. And the batter will be Norm Cash. 5 hits in this inning for Detroit so far. Cash at the plate with nowhere to put him. McMahon almost ready in the Cleveland pen. Allen stares in, checks the runners, the pitch to Cash. 6-12 lefty pops him up, right side, infield fly rule. It's Whitfield, and what a huge out that is for Bob Allen. That's the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up K-line. Tough situation. Infield was back on that one, Perry. Unless it's the 9th inning or later, you will almost never see me pull the infield in with the bases loaded. It's just too dangerous. Tough decision for the Indians now. You could bring in the right-hander McMahon, but you've got Northrup on deck. They're going to stay with Bob Allen. Allen will face K-Line here. K-Line 1 for 2 today, was plunked in the 5th. Allen ready to work. There's the pitch to K-Line on a 3-7. He struck him out. Boy, some nifty relieving there by Bob Allen. The Tigers settle for 2. It could have been a lot more. But they take the lead 6-5. 2 runs on 5 hits. They leave the bases full. And let's check the defense now as we go to the 8th. Right-handers due up. They're going to go to the closer, Larry Sherry. And let's see where he's going to go into the lineup. We've got Demeter most likely coming in. Northrup due to lead off the bottom of the 8th. I don't want to take any of those guys out, really. We will take Gates Brown out, however. That 5 in left field. Got to do something about that with a 1-run lead. So Don Demeter is going to come on and take over in left. 2E7 -1. He's a 12 runner. Man, that was a squandered inning. Larry Sherry will take the mound. Sherry with 10 saves on the season, and I believe that leads the league. I can check that. Let's do that. No, that's second in the league. Jack Aker leads the league with 12. Wow. Sherry with 10, Al Worthington in third with 6. Six to 5, we could take it to the 8th. Larry Sherry's ready to work. Here's Rocky Colavito to start it off for Cleveland. 1 for 2 with the walk. Sherry gets the sign from Freeman. Here's the pitch to Rocky on a 1-9. Struck him out. Called strike 3. Colavito walks away muttering, and here's Fred Whitfield. Whitfield 1 for 3. It was a big one, a 2-run blast in the 6th. Sherry gets the sign. Here's the pitch now on a 1-9. Grounder wide to second. Lumpy has it. Flips to Cash for the out. 2 away, and here's Simone. Simone 2 for 3 on the day. Sherry into the windup. 4-9 right-handed. He loses in ball 4. A 2-out walk to Simone. Simone, good speed. Let's check the battery now. Sherry's a 0, so -3 for Freehand, 16. Simone will be held on at 14. He's the tying run with 2 down. He's going to try for it. He needs a 5. Does not get the lead. And here's the next pitch to Askew. On a 4-3 right-handed. It's a fly ball to right field X. That's a tough chance for Northrup. Northrup a 4E7. Ranging towards the line on a 19. He can't get it. That's a 2-star single. Runner will advance to third. 2-out single by Askew puts runners on the corners with 2 away. A tying run at third, the go-ahead run at first. and Pedro Gonzalez due up. Pedro 2 for 3 today. Sherry, a check of the runners, now set. Pitch to Pedro is a 4-8 right-handed. It's a fly ball into straightaway right field. Northrop under this one. He's there. And the Indians strand a pair. No runs, a hit, 2 left on. A lot of rallies have come up empty in this game, or at least not as productive as maybe they should have been. We can close the book on Hargan. Allen will come out for his second inning. Vic Davalillo will lead it off. Wait a minute, wrong team, sorry. Northrop will lead it off. Northrop 1 for 4, left on left. It's a 3-9, struck him out. Northrop down on strikes. Bill Freehan will be the batter. Freehan 2 for 4, he hit a home run his last time up. Allen into the windup. Pitch to Freehan. It's a 1-6 fly ball to straightaway center field. That's going to be Davalillo patrolling and running it down for the out. That'll bring up Don Demeter for his first at bat of the day. Came in defensively for Brown. Demeter, a right-handed hitter. Demeter on the season, just .213 with a pair of home runs. Allen set now. It's a 2-6 double to 4 on a 19. That's going to hang up in center for Davalillo, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Allen. So we've played 8 innings. It's a nail-biter. Tigers lead it 6-5 as we go to the 9th, and they're going to bring in defensive replacement for Northrop now. Mickey Stanley will come on, take over in center, and Kaline will move to right. Hold on to your Stros. I remember Stros. Sherry coming out for his second inning of work, trying to notch his 11th save. He'll be facing Davalillo in the 9 spot, and then Hinton and Alvis. Davalillo pinch hit, drew a walk, and stayed in the game. Sherry ready to go to work now, gets the sign from Freehan. Here's the windup. The pitch to Vic Davalillo is a 4-11. He lofts it the other way to left field. That's going to be Demeter in left, ranges over and makes the grab. So Demeter gets there fairly easy. Gates Brown, well, we'll never know. And here's Hinton now. Hinton's 0 for 4 today. Sherry gets his sign. The windup and the pitch to Hinton is a 1-7. Right in the heart of his good column, he hits one to deep center field. Going back is Mickey Stanley, still going back and runs it down for out number 2. And the Indians are down to their last out. So Hinton gave the fans a scare, but it's just a loud out to center. And it's up to Max Alvis. Max 1 for 4 today. Sherry gets the sign, the windup, the pitch to Max is a 3-8, struck him out, and that's the ball game. And Larry Sherry does it again. How about that? Sherry, with really a very average card, came into this game with a 1.57 ERA. He notches his 11th save. And I'll have the totals for you in just a moment. Tigers win it in a nail-biter, 6-5. They split the 4-game series. Tigers took the lead in the 7th, which would make Pena the winning pitcher. He squares his record at 2-2. Steve Hargan in relief, saddled with the loss. That's his first decision. He's 0-1. Allen worked 2 innings. Let's see here. Pena worked a scoreless inning, gave up a hit, a walk, and struck out 2. Sherry, 2 scoreless innings, a hit, a walk, struck out 2. Allen in his 2 innings, a hit, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for being with me today and watching a great ball game. A lot of runners left on, I think. I'll know for sure, of course, when I enter it into the computer manually. As always, Tigers in winning, 6 runs, 14 hits, no errors. Indians, 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Winning pitcher Pena, losing pitcher Hargan. Player of the game, Sherry. I could go for that. Freehan had a pair of hits, the game-tying homer. Lumpy had 4 hits today. Honorable mention to Lumpy. We're going to give it to Sherry, though. That was a big boy save. I will have a game tomorrow, and I will take off the 24th and the 25th, just to let you know in advance. Tomorrow's game, Pittsburgh at Houston. It'll be Steve Blass against Turk Farrell. That'll be 1:30 Pacific, 4:30 Eastern. Thanks, everyone, for watching. If I won't see you before then, Merry Christmas. And for the rest of you, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. Take care.